Liverpool are on the verge of a 20th league title. Now they turn their attention to the Champions League. They take a one-goal advantage into their last 16 second-leg tie against Paris Saint-Germain. Tomorrow, let's go live to their training ground and speak to our reporter, Vinny O'Connor. Vinny, good afternoon. No Cody Gakpo in either of Liverpool's games last week. Any sign of him today?
There is. He's out there training with his teammates. And if I step out the way, you'll be able to see for yourself as well. It's pretty much a full complement for Liverpool, once again, apart from the two long-term absentees, of course, Conor Bradley and Joe Gomez. Conor Bradley's been out with a thigh problem since the 2-2 draw at Villa on February the 19th, of course. And Joe Gomez has had surgery on that hamstring injury he suffered in the Cup defeat to Plymouth. But Cody Gakpo, as I say, is out there at the moment. You can see him on our pictures now. He's missed the last two games with an ankle injury, as you mentioned. But looking at his record and why it's a boost to have him back, 16 goals in 38 appearances in all competitions this season. He has, to be fair, gone 3 games without a goal, but was on a run of 4 in 4 before that. 6 games without a goal is the worst that he's done all season. He's actually done that twice, twice in the first 13 games of the campaign as well. 6 before his 2 in the 5-1 win over West Ham, and 6 games after that as well. But since then, it's 14 in 25 in all competitions, and just adds to that Liverpool firepower. Certainly it will be needed, you would think, as well, given the way the first leg went against PSG. But good news, the fact that Cody Gakpo is back in full training.
This is what Arne Slot, Vinny, described as the second of 3 cup finals after Southampton in the league on Saturday. How do you think the actual cup final on Sunday might influence what Arne Slot does tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't think it is going to influence it too much, to be fair, because there's quite a long turnaround after this game, remember. It's being played on Tuesday night. The final isn't until Sunday, so plenty of recovery time for whoever plays against PSG. We are expecting it to be intense, if not more so, than it was in the first leg over in Paris as well. And there was a little bit of rotation at the weekend that Arne Slot was able to do, and I think midfield is going to be a key area against PSG, given the possession that PSG had compared to Liverpool in that first leg as well. Now, we saw Curtis Jones starting at the weekend. He was replaced by Alexis McAllister at half-time, of course. Harvey Elliott came on for Szoboszlai at the break as well. So there was a bit of rotation in terms of the amount of minutes that was got in that midfield. Gravenberch, though, wasn't able to get a little bit of rest until he was replaced by Endo with about 9 minutes to go in the game. It's 39 Liverpool appearances in total for Gravenberch this season, remember. 1 less than Alexis McAllister, although Gravenberch has played more full 90 minutes than McAllister this campaign as well. So I think midfield selection is going to be interesting, and it is going to be a key battle once again against PSG. Also seeing exactly what Arne Slot is going to do at left back, because Tsimikas and Robertson got effectively a half each at the weekend as well. So potentially a decision to be made there as to who will start. You would expect, probably given the greater experience, that Andy Robertson would get the nod in that respect as well. But again, you know, looking ahead to that cup final, I think it's just a case of going as strong as possible, making sure you get through against PSG, and then recovery after that will take care of itself.
Good week for Darwin Núñez last week, Vinny, and assisting that first leg in Paris. Goal, won the penalty as well at the weekend. Could he start tomorrow?
Be interesting. I think, again, we're talking about big decisions, then exactly what Arne Slot goes with in that front three is going to be interesting as well. Jota was on the bench at the weekend. Núñez started, played 68 minutes. His first goal in 11 since his match-winning brace at Brentford, of course. 7 goals in 38 games in all competitions. It is for Darwin Núñez this season. Not the record, obviously, that he would have wanted. He got the winner against Leipzig earlier in the Champions League, of course, and scored in the 2-0 win at home to Villa, but missed that big chance against Villa in the return game at Villa Park. Was criticised for his reaction after that by Arne Slot as well, wasn't he? You know, Arne Slot wasn't happy. The fact that maybe his work rate dipped a little bit, he seemed to let that miss affect him to his detriment as well. But a big boost, I would imagine, for Darwin Núñez getting that goal at the weekend. In essence, an assist as well by winning the penalty for Liverpool's second goal. So, on top of that, Diogo Jota had a difficult night over in Paris. He hasn't scored since rescuing a point against Nottingham Forest, of course. It's 8 appearances now without a goal. We've just seen a lot of our colleagues getting in the way of our shot at the moment, but not to worry about that too much. We'll try and give you as much picture as we can of training at the moment. But yeah, Jota had a difficult night over in Paris. 8 appearances without a goal since rescuing a point at Forest. And the other option that Arne Slot has in that front line, of course, if Gakpo is 100% fit and ready to start, he could play Diaz through the middle and Gakpo out wide. So options in terms of what he can do in attack as well, and it's going to be interesting exactly what he goes with.
It's good news, Vinny, to get the option of both watching Liverpool train and being able to see up another broadcaster's nose this afternoon. That has been good. Let's talk about the first leg, shall we, in Paris last week, because we were both there. Liverpool are going to have to be better. I know they lead the tie 1-0, but they're going to have to be better tomorrow night.
They certainly are, and you know, look at that. It was an ultimate smash and grab, wasn't it, over there? Harvey Elliott goal, 3 minutes from time, less than 60 seconds after he'd come onto the pitch as well. It's the first time in 5 meetings a game between Liverpool and PSG has been won by the away side as well. The previous 4 had all been won by the home side, but we keep looking at those stats from that game over in Paris. 65% possession in PSG's favour. They had a 92% pass accuracy from 699 passes attempted, so a total completion of 645. Liverpool, on the other hand, 77% passing accuracy, attempted just 292 and completed 224. And the real story of the game, Alisson with 9 saves to Donnarumma's 0. Liverpool having 1 attempt of their 2 on target, PSG 9 of 28 on target as well, which kind of gives you an impression as to how that game went in Paris, albeit Liverpool snatching the win. Now, we know Liverpool have got to be a lot better. We expect them to be a lot better. A tighter pitch at Anfield, the home fans behind them as well. You would expect them to have a little bit more of the ball than they did over in Paris. And we expect Liverpool to be better than they were in that first leg. I'm not sure that we can necessarily predict that PSG will be any better than they were in that first leg. So again, maybe that plays into Liverpool's hands in terms of who's favourites when it comes to this game at Anfield. Certainly, you know, given Liverpool's record at Anfield, they've won their last 5 games against French opposition at home and have won 14 of the last 19 Champions League matches at Anfield as well. Add to that, they've won all 37 European ties in which they won the away leg first. They also ended PSG's run of 10 consecutive wins, of course. So maybe that's a suggestion as to why Liverpool could be favourites for this one, but it's going to be a massive, massive test once again against PSG. And they're coming here with a lot of confidence. You will have heard all the talk from them that they're pretty confident they can come to Anfield and turn this tie around.